Alright, howdy ho folks. Back at it again, multiversal medium here for another episode of Secrets of Grindea. Seems like the library's open now actually. Here, the library's open again. Books to words, and yada yada yada. Yeah. I haven't had time to work out a better pitch. They hired me like an hour ago. But yeah, last episode we finished up the festival and talked to our dad about where we should be going next. And this episode, I guess the library's open and we're gonna be heading to where we need to go next. Or actually, I guess we're gonna be reading a lot. Oh gosh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Hello and welcome. It's great to finally be open again. Feel free to peruse the books at your leisure. Fair. What do you got to say? There are so many conspiracy theories regarding the cataclysm, and it's impossible to separate truth from fiction. Whatever it was, it's estimated that 80% of the population died about 1,000 years ago. That's crazy. Some say it was caused by a great famine, while others suspect natural disasters like floods or meteor strikes. A few scholars even believe that the cataclysm was some kind of monster, like a dragon or something, I guess. There are very few authentic texts left from that time, and from what I understand, all theories have some support. History is both exciting and frustrating, isn't it? Okay, it's a lot to read. Off screen, I did a majority of the treasure maps. Probably cut them in. I don't know, screw it, cut them in right now. Do it right here. Wow, what a bunch of treasure maps. Anyways, time to read up on stuff for some reason. In the Ruins of a Dream by philosopher Tink Tumush, written 822 AC. Last year, I, Tink Tumush, celebrated my 50th birthday. May the goddess have mercy. 10 years ago, when I was 41 years old, I received the Jonathan Cook Medal of Mind. It's the greatest accolade a philosopher could get, and at such a tender age. For months I walked on clouds. My ultimate dream had finally been realized. I was complete, finished, done. Do you see the double meaning of those words? I did. A few years later, in becoming a reality, my dream had died. My dream, to which I had woken up for 20 years. My dream, to which I had fallen asleep for just as long. This last decade, I have done nothing but grow older without a shiny medal hanging on a stick before me. My mind has refused to work. Read this and take heed, young people of the world. Don't race to the finish. Living the dream is keeping the dream alive. Oh, fair, I guess. A Case Against Monsters. Musings by the Linguistic Lawyer. You monster, said Lista to her husband, who had eaten all the ice cream. Maybe if she stabbed him, he would have dropped a card? I'm joking, of course, but the word monster has been a hot topic within all kinds of intellectual disciplines, including biology, philosophy, and even physics. All monsters drop cards, and only monsters drop cards, said distinguished academic Carl Van Liner. A simple enough definition. If something had been observed to drop a card, it could be called a monster. Otherwise, it was probably not. A decade later, fellow philosopher and biologist Chuck Dorwin argued that there might be monsters out there that cannot drop cards, yet in all other ways seem entirely similar to the card-carrying monsters. He did, however, agree that only monsters drop cards. What if it's a weird, like, evolutionary, just freak of a monster with a card? Like, naturally they don't have cards, but when you overpopulate, sometimes mutations occur, and those mutations are the card. What if it's that? As technology grew more precise, along came the physicists, eager to get their sticky fingers on the word and ruin it further. Isaac Alton wrote, "Some living things, when they die, lose a large portion of their mass in an explosion, or poof. This characteristic is what separates a monster from an animal." Many people embrace this view for a simple, comforting reason. Since humans do not poof upon death, it gives us a way out of the uncanny speculation around whether humans might be monsters. And with that, the forbidden debate on whether a human might drop a card. Since then, there have been 100 refinements, dozens steps forward and just as many steps back. My take? The real monstrosity in this story is how much time and effort has been spent trying to lay claim to this poor little 2-syllable word. Yes, that's a way of looking at it, yeah. Evolution of Faith by Abori NG Man. That's another pun, okay. When asked about religion, people in modern times will think of old statues, obscure teachings, and a collection of fairy tales, but it was not always so. There used to be a time where the vast majority of Grindea's population firmly believed in the goddess, and hundreds of believers paid respect at her shrines and chapels every day. I'm sure most of you have heard the old collector motto, "For Grindea's glory we collect." Today we naturally think about Grindea the continent, but it's clear that early variations of the line referred to the goddess herself. Indeed, the collectors used to be a distinctly religious organization, as odd as that seems in a modern context. Over the centuries following the cataclysm, religion was slowly untangled from government. As civilization evolved and the religious myths became less and less pertinent to people's lives. In 896 AC, the Evergreen Chapel closed and made way for a school. As of writing, the only religious building still standing is the chapel in Port Monet, and even that is mostly a tourist attraction. While religion was a vital comfort during the Dark Ages, it really does not feel like it has played its part from now on. Humanity will journey forward with science as our sails. Sure. There's a sign saying free books, but there is only a dusty old tome left. It seems to be pretty dry and complicated text about monster behavior. You can barely understand even the first page. Do you still want to take it? Yeah. It's free. Dusty old book. It's freaking free, man. Why would I not take that? Let me guess. Is it like a shield or something? I would laugh if it was a shield. Key item? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Book titled Worlds Apart. A Study of Cavelings and Frostlings, written by Dr. Boris. Yeah, sure. Can I use that? Non-equipable. Okay. On Ghosts, written by Dr. Spengler. Ghosts. The mysterious, the wondrous, the spectral, spectacular. I'm no poet normally, but thinking about ghosts makes me one. And, like, Don't know why that just came up. Weird. Ghosts can largely be driven into 3 groups. First off, the boring, harmless remains of people who have passed unseen to the eye, but frequently observed through poltergeist activity. It's not entirely clear why these people stick around. Sudden death and powerful regret seem to help, but I theorize that the proximity of twilight may be just as important. The second group are visitors from the ectoplane, the void, the twisted world beyond the veil. Ghosties and haunties are examples of such lovely creatures. The third group are powerful, lingering emotions that consume the spirit of the being who might have felt them once, and turn into lumps of pure woe, endlessly recycling itself, often possessing objects to exact their malice on people who pass by. Living scarecrows and statues are both examples of that third type. Spectacular! The sticklers among you might remember me saying ghosts can largely be grouped as such. Some believe echoes should have their own classification, since they can substantiate themselves in our world, like ghosties, but are driven by what seems to be human-born emotions. I quite like this idea personally, and if I can be playful for a moment, I'd like to add another entry to that list. The elusive lost souls, the childlike specters of folklore. It's been said that on the birthnight of the Frédéric Chopin, the legendary composer, his grandfather's piano started playing by itself. When investigating, Edric's father said he saw a strange child pressing the keys. He grabbed the miscreant's shoulder and it vanished into thin air. So I'd like to pose it. Echoes and lost souls as 2 sides of the same coin. Time. Echoes belong to the past and survive the present well enough, while lost souls belong to the future, a temporal possession much less impervious to the relentless grind of the now, hence their legendary frailty. Oh dear, I went and became poetic again. My apologies, fellow scientists. And to all you collectors out there who hate the mere mention of lost souls because they don't fit into your enemy codex, rest easy. Even this mad woman doesn't really believe in lost souls, but it's fun to dream, isn't it? But sure. On Twilight, written by Dr. Spengler. Novices in the field of spectral science are often confused about the nature of the twilight. Good. When something is so ethereal and vaguely understood, confusion is a perfectly adequate reaction. That said, sometimes people get a bit too confused. Rating theories are there because the math works out, and some ideas are more probable than others. So, is the twilight from whence spooky things come? As it turns out, probably not. The twilight is a space where ghosts can exist inside our world. It's where our dimension intersects with the ectoplane, which is the true source of all the wonderful ghastliness. Now, what is the ectoplane then? For that, there's not even equations, so we only have our creative minds to guide us. The philosopher Rene Descartes believed it to be an infinite abstract space where human consciousness forms, changes, and eventually disappears, then forms again as something new. He theorized that ghosts are made of minds that escape this cycle, ending up in the material world. Conversely, the physicist Lisa Mittner speculates that the ectoplane is simply a vast singular ocean of ectoplasm. She believes that when in its absolutely pure form, ectoplasm resonates with emotions, and that metachemical reaction is what coerces it into the twilight, where it's introduced to our world's concept of form. So, my dear students, what do you believe? That this is a lot more world building than I was expecting. Let's go with this one. Tips for Adventurers by various collectors compiled by teacher. In this continuously updated book, I've gathered my favorite quotes from collectors, living or dead. Please listen to their often thoughtful, often funny words on what succeeding as a collector means to them. Biggs, self-proclaimed underachiever. If a side quest is too tough or just boring, don't do it. Quentin, actual quest master. If a side quest is too tough or just boring, suck it up! You're a collector, for crying out loud. Charlotte, renowned collector. To make a marriage between collectors work, you need to be a team. Bring your husband on an adventure now and again, even if he's a bit weaker than you. Husband of a aforementioned collector. Don't eavesdrop when your wife is giving her advice for a book. On a more serious note, it's okay not to be the absolute best. A happy outlook is the sharpest weapon in life. James, collector superstar. If you want to succeed, find an overpowered artifact weapon as a child. Ivy, grandmaster. Aim for the eyes. Umberta, two-handed evangelist. If you've smacked like a ton of slimes and it ain't got the card, you just gotta kill some more. Bad luck gets balanced out by good luck, and that's just how math works. Pink Guard, father of 12 sons. You can save the tuition by having your identical twin children enroll to the same work training. Okay. Yeah, they're all guards. Scroll Quality by Ugra. I'm not good at writing, but I do love scrolls. Papyrus is very nice, but not cheap, and a bit stiff. Paper is cheap, but boring. Animal skin is sturdy, but I don't like to kill animals. But I like sturdy scrolls. I wish I could have sturdy scrolls without killing animals. My sturdiest non-animal kill scroll was a mix of paper and papyrus, and a slime mix as glue. It became super strong. Problem is, I couldn't open it. I was so sad and ashamed I buried the scroll. It was a very sturdy scroll though, so I kept a map to it in case I wanted to dig it up and look at it again. It's too bad it was too stiff, but it was sturdy. Huh, what's this? A map? Bet no one's going to miss it. Let's take it, kid. Oh, okay. Sure. Okay, I was about to say, no way this entire library does not have the next book in this series. Alright, The Summoning, Book 4, A Friend in the Frost by Penn Wright. But why is it winter in Season? Lo exclaimed, shivering in his summer wear. Rose, who followed the local news, scratched her head through her warm winter hat. No one knows. But Questmaster Ulf seems to think it's connected to the Pump King and the mysterious Lord Flew. A bush rustled, and from its large net flew and fell right on top of them. Over a dozen frostlings appeared from behind the trees and rocks where they'd been hiding. One of the scoundrels eyed Rose with great amusement, then threw a snowball in her face and laughed. "Cut it out," she complained, "and cut us free, or I'll..." She thought for a bit, then finished meekly, or I'll whine and complain about it endlessly. They tied Lo up, and then did the same to Rose. "Normal, we kill," one of the goblins said, "but now boss in command, he tell what do." They all marched through the strange new permafrost of Season, until they arrived at a frostling village at the edge of a steep cliff. An unusually large frostling, or perhaps a regular-sized frostling with an unusually large coat, sat on a throne in the middle. "What's this?" he asked, sounding amused. "Collector kids?" "Yes, boss. Fresh catch." "Lord Flew warned about them. Said they might be trouble. Haha, more like in trouble." "This Lord Flew again," Rose said. "Where is he? Tell us." "I ask questions and say demand here, girl," the frostling boss snarled. "Then ask away." The frostling pondered. "Who's your favorite author?" Rose rolled her eyes. "Duh. Penn Wright, of course." Many frostlings nodded in agreement and murmured their assent. "She good with synonyms," one said. Oh, fucking so stupid. So dumb. No, just keep going, just keep going. Enough product placement, the boss yelled. New question, what is your favorite color? Rose scoffed and raised an eyebrow. Isn't that obvious? She asked mockingly. The answer to that question is the place where Lord Flu is. The frostling scratched his head. In Secret Desert Temple? That not a color. Lo grinned. That was genius, Rose. So Lord Flu is in Dragonbone Dunes, huh? The large goblin looked confused for a moment, then let out a howl of despair. No! Stupid trickery! Collect a girl smart as caveling. He jumped to his feet and stretched out a large stick towards Ro and Lo. Kill both! Kill! What will we do? Asked Lo nervously. We're tired and we're outnumbered. Maybe I can even the odds a little bit, Rose said, focusing her magic on a snowman close to the frostling boss. It burst to life, grabbing the frostling by the collar and tossing him off the cliff. Whoa, Rose, that was amazing, Lo said. The girl beamed at him. Right? I got an idea and found a new friend, she proclaimed. I'll call him Frosty. Rose summoned her cloud and burned through their ropes with lightning. With their new cool companion drawing a lot of attention, the two collectors easily drove the remaining frostlings away. Nice fighting, Rose, Lo said, putting her on the back. Rose brushed the snow from her clothes. No time to bask in the glory, I'm afraid, she said. Let's get to the Dragonbone Dunes and find this mysterious Lord Flu. Okay, good stuff. Where is that last treasure map pointing? Ah, that's... Oh. Is that the area to the south? Or is that just a different area we haven't been to yet? We'll check down here real quick, and then if it's not that, we'll head to the next area. God knows we've wasted enough time just reading. Gosh. Why would I pick up a game to read? If I wanted to read, I'd be reading a book. No, it's definitely not this. 100% no. No, well, we'll go to the next area then. Ow. Dude, ow. Not nice. Stop. Gosh, really mean. Oh, gosh. Reading all that text actually has made my throat super sore now. Oh, well. It is what it is. Should be able to get to the next area and maybe even find a few new enemies to grind out off screen. And from there... Oh, should be making a decent amount of progress, obviously. Yeah, good stuff. What do we got going on here? Oh, we got another butterfly. That's for sure. Let's get you caught. Big magenta butterfly. Get that going. Alrighty. And apparently we wouldn't have been able to enter here without doing the winter, or the season dungeon. Hey, now we can. Mount Bloom, find the hidden old town. Ooh, look at these dudes. I love them. Oh, they even turn into mushrooms when they die. Oh, and those mushrooms turn into spores. The spores, oh, they mess with how you can see. That's cool. I like that. It's a fun mechanic. Probably super annoying later when I'm grinding them out, but fun right now. Alrighty. Got an area right there. Ooh, there's a green Wuzahooza right there. Ooh. Okay. Okay, I can dig it. Ooh, twisty. Where are you going, man? You look like a shell slime. Oh, you're a roly-poly? Okay. Is that like a crystal hedgehog thing? Love it. Just Beyblading it up. That's awesome. Okay, get out of here with your nonsense. Spinisect? Okay, I can dig it. Let's see here. Well, there is a sign that says go right there. Oh. What's up, man? You want something? I'm working here. There's gotta be a better way to move these things. Yeah, put them on like a track, man. Yeah, that's how you do that. Okay. Oh, what do you gotta say, man? You're blocking a door. Sorry, kid. You can't go into these tunnels. They're filled with some kind of poison gas. We're going to close them off, but need the official go-ahead from the top brass over in the merchant aisles. Till then, we'll take turns standing guard so no one waltzes in here and croaks. Dead civilians are pretty bad for the company image, you know? Ah, you guys are from the merchant aisles that I keep hearing about. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, there's a sign that says go down. Another. A fool looks at the past in wonder. A coward looks at the past with dread. The wise and the cunning sharpen their blades on it. That's some decent philosophizing. Some decent philosophizing indeed. Alright. All you guys down. Ooh, that's blocked off right there. Oh. Well, can I just talk to you? Cool. Oh, another human? You guys are always fun to hang out with. Make yourself at home. Appreciate it. I wonder how long it will take to roast this thing. I've seen people cooking stones like this in picture books, but I can't get it to work. Yeah, stones, right. This game is so close. Right now, I'm in the lead. Wait, now he's in the lead. Now I'm in the lead again. Oh no, it's a tie. What game we're playing? As if a human could understand the rules. Well, that's really rude, but okay. Oh, hello. Oh. I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm too upset. Fluffy Feathers went missing yesterday and she hasn't come back. And I don't know what to do without her. Wow, this is so interesting. I care deeply about all of this. What's that, Anna? Are you saying we have to go? Oh, that's too bad. Bye. Wait, you're collectors. I've heard the rumors about you. If I offer something valuable to you, you're obliged to help me, right? There's one thing of great value that I own that I can give you. It's called the Timekeeper's Crown. It has the power to control time, like to stop it and stuff. I've had great use of it over the years, but what is all the time in the world if I can't spend it with my fluffy feathers? You own an artifact capable of stopping time. Yeah, right. And I'm the master collector. You realize cheating a collector out of a reward is punishable by jail. How dare you? The crown is very real. I will give it to you if you find and return fluffy feathers to me. She's a cute little bird with milky white feathers. She makes a really cute noise sometimes, like cluck and pacaw. Or was it toot? So, Fluffy Feathers is a chicken? Is a chicken a cute white bird with tiny little cute wings and makes cute little sounds? People that are not me might describe them that way. In that case, Fluffy Feathers is definitely a chicken. Please bring her back to me. Well, this is a win-win situation if I ever saw one. Let's bring him back, that chicken, kid. We'll either get a great reward or the satisfaction of throwing one of these idiots in jail. Chicks, one of the cavelings in Mount Bloom, has asked me to help him find his beloved pet Fluffy Feathers. Going by his description, it's pretty obvious that he's looking for a chicken. Find his lost pet in Mount Bloom and herd it back to him. I mean, okay. Sure. That sounds viable. Oh, there's crystals in this doorway. What's up here? Oh, fancy. Oh, fancier. Cool. Anything else? Cool. I mean, it was like, it was cool, but the second, like, nothing's happening beyond that, it's like, whatever. I've seen other parlor tricks and stuff, you know? Ooh, quest. Hi, Ming. Oh, you're talking about Old Town. Yeah, that's past here, alright. Can't let you go through, though. And why is that? It's, pretty dangerous. So you have to do me a little favor, you know? Prove yourself. Hey, kid. Should we tell him how many frostings we've whacked back in Season? Cool story, I'm a caveling, though. We aren't monsters, so you can't kill us. This guy knows collector law? Really? Whatever. We'll just do that little favor of yours. That's the spirit. It's not a difficult task, I just need you to fetch me a couple things. Junk, really, but sentimental value. I'll even point you in the right directions. Check the cave with the large rock near the mountain exit. Oh, and here, take this flute. When you play it, some of my buddies will come and help you get rid of the rock. Wait, why did you say the word help that way? That's pretty suspicious. Oh, what? Help? How else would you say help? I'm just trying to be helpful. That's all. Just go to the cave with the big rock and play the flute. Easy. Lurifex. Lurifex? Yeah, it's got lure in it. Lurifex. A caveling in Mount Bloom is blocking the way to the hidden town. He has agreed to move. You can help if you can find him a couple of things. He advised you to go look in the southwest part of the mountain in a cave where there's a giant rock blocking the way. Okay. Sure, man. I guess. Whatever. So we gotta find a chicken, and we gotta basically follow that dude's whatever obvious trap nonsense. So let's kill these dudes. Eventually we'll get cards and stuff. It'll be fun and cool and funky and fresh. Oh, they eventually become big enough to just leave slime trails? Funny. Okay, get rid of your nonsense. There we go. What do you got going on, man? Want to go into the cave? That'll be 14,780 gold, please. No, thanks. Ooh, got a little one spitting water. Ooh, what do you got? Just gander at that poor sod. Feared to tears from even the teeny shrooms. When one of them jumping ones got near, he runs screaming like some wee kid. What did he come to work here for? Oh boy. There's a mushroom right over there. And there's another one, and another. At least there are none of those jumping ones around. I can't stand them. How was I supposed to know there were so many mushrooms in here? We should call it Mount Shroom, not Mount Bloom. He's just got a phobia of shrooms, okay. Dr. Jones. Blast it all, so close, yet so far away. Hey, you're a collector. Maybe you'll prove more resourceful than these miners. You see this crystal here? Of course you do. It's freaking huge. This thing doesn't belong in this creepy cave. It belongs in my personal collection. Or perhaps a pawn shop if I can get a good offer for it. Now that's the mindset I can get behind. Anyhow, so heavy I can't move it at all, so I need you to break it into smaller pieces. Not even the iron picks used by these miners are strong enough to crack it. What I need is a true expert of stoneworking. Someone to whom the act of breaking has become art. Wait, you're going to break the crystal? Doesn't that... Yes, that's what I said. You don't need to repeat it. Just bring me an expert of breaking rock-hard stuff. If you bring me someone who can break the crystal into smaller pieces, I'll give you something extremely valuable. Someone proficient in cutting rock hard stuff, eh? Have we seen such a person anywhere? For some reason, Dr. Jones in Mount Bloom wants you to find someone who can cut up a magnificent big crystal into smaller pieces. Apparently the miners in the cave had neither the tools nor the skill to do it. Try finding someone with a real knack for cutting through hard stuff. I mean, sure. Kind of defeats the purpose of the crystal, but whatever. Ooh, what do we got over here? What's this? The chalice looks perfect for 50 green goo. Oh. Actually, chalice burns for something slimy. Okay, so yeah. Okay, I'm not going to do that right now, considering there's one type of slime we haven't come across that we'd need. But yeah. That dude is just Beyblading it up, man. Living the dream. Okay. You know what? I think we're going to call it probably right around here, guys. It's been an episode. Next episode, we'll explore more of Mount Bloom. Maybe get some of these side quests going. All that fun stuff. In between episodes, I'm going to grind out all the cards of all the enemies we've come across, as well as fish up stuff and finish the items I need to get from them. All that fun stuff, you know? Which hopefully won't be too hard. I will talk to you all later. Ciao.
You